Magazine news and gossip special, The Illusion of Freedom and the Narcissistic Trap, a deep dive into modern celebrity culture. What does it mean to be truly free in today's world? Are the figures we idolize, the celebrities we follow, really as liberated as they appear, or are they trapped within a carefully curated image they must constantly uphold? Have we, as a society, misunderstood the very concept of freedom by glorifying lifestyles that prioritize excess, indulgence, and narcissism? In a world where social media and fame drive perceptions of personal liberty, one must wonder, are these modern icons free, or are they enslaved by the very attention and validation they seek? At Magazine News and Gossip, we seek to explore these critical questions, looking at the life of Yaman, one of Turkey's and the world's most recognizable celebrities, as a case study. Through his rise to fame, we see the delicate balance between individual expression, public responsibility, and the ever-looming presence of narcissism. Can true freedom and personal responsibility coexist in the world of modern fame, or has the pursuit of attention undermined genuine liberty? A celebrity's freedom, myth or reality? Modern society has become obsessed with the idea of individual freedom. The concept of doing what you want, when you want, and how you want has been popularized through the glamorous lives of the rich and famous. Celebrities like Yaman, whose appeal crosses borders and cultures, are often perceived as symbols of such freedom, living the dream, free from the mundane constraints that define ordinary lives. However, as we peel back the layers of this seemingly perfect existence, we begin to see cracks in the illusion of liberty that fame promises. Yaman, known for his charm, physical strength, and cinematic appeal, has cultivated a massive fan base that adores every aspect of his life. But beneath the surface, questions arise. Is he truly free? Or is he, like so many other celebrities, bound by the expectations and pressures of fame? This is not just a question about Yaman. It's a question about all of us and how we perceive freedom in today's society. For figures like Yaman, the very idea of freedom is complicated by the fact that their lives are constantly on display. From their fashion choices to their vacation destinations, every move they make is scrutinized, shared, and commented on by millions. Does such a life truly represent freedom, or does it reflect a prison of endless performance and validation? The weight of freedom, rights, or responsibilities. At its core, freedom is often understood as the ability to make choices, to live one's life according to personal desires. But, as the lives of celebrities like Yaman show us, freedom is far more complex than simply being able to do whatever you want. True freedom comes with a price, responsibility. Whether you are a celebrity or not, every action carries consequences, not only for yourself but for those around you. Yaman's life, on the surface, may appear to be a series of freewheeling decisions, choosing projects, partners, and lifestyle preferences without constraints. Yet, it is important to remember that these choices are made in the public eye with a level of scrutiny that would overwhelm most. The question arises, can someone truly be free when their every move is dissected and analyzed by millions? When the demands of fame create a pressure to constantly perform, how much freedom remains? Even more importantly, with freedom comes an inherent responsibility to those you influence. Celebrities, through their choices and actions, shape public perceptions of freedom, success, and morality. This is where the concept of freedom shifts. For someone like Yaman, who is idolized by fans across the globe, his freedom must be tempered with the knowledge that his choices will affect how others live their lives and understand their own rights. Disorder or freedom? The perils of an unchecked lifestyle. What happens when freedom is misunderstood? For many celebrities, particularly those in the limelight like Yaman, freedom often becomes synonymous with excess. The constant sharing of luxurious lifestyles on social media platforms can easily blur the line between enjoying the fruits of one's labor and indulging in a life of excess and irresponsibility. Yaman's public persona, which includes an impressive physical presence and a seemingly perfect life, is the epitome of a free lifestyle. His travels, workouts, and glamorous appearances are documented for millions to see, creating an image of someone living without limits. However, we must ask ourselves, is this really freedom, Or is it just a form of chaos and disorder disguised as liberty? It is easy for stars like Yaman to confuse unbridled indulgence with true freedom. The more they showcase their lives, the more they risk becoming trapped in the very image they project. The constant need to share their experiences online, to be visible and relevant, can easily devolve into a life of disorder, where the boundary between private joy and public performance is blurred beyond recognition. True freedom is about finding balance, not simply chasing pleasure or indulging in every whim. In fact, the lifestyle of constant exposure can lead to burnout and internal dissatisfaction. Without limits, without structure, even the most glamorous life can become hollow. The pursuit of validation from millions of followers can become a prison in itself, one where the star is never truly free but always performing for an audience. Narcissism, the trap of modern fame. Narcissism is the dark shadow that often lurks behind the glamorous lives of celebrities. Defined by an excessive focus on oneself and an unrelenting need for approval, narcissism has become one of the most pervasive traps for modern icons like Yaman. In a world where social media provides an endless stage for self-promotion, it becomes all too easy for stars to fall into the cycle of seeking validation through their appearance, achievements, and public image. Yaman's career, marked by his undeniable charisma and physical attractiveness, offers a perfect example of how fame and narcissism can intertwine. His constant sharing of shirtless photos and his carefully curated image is, on the surface, a way to maintain his fan base. But it also reveals something deeper, a reliance on external approval to maintain a sense of self-worth. Is this need for constant validation truly freedom, or is it the exact opposite? Narcissism, at its core, is a form of self-imprisonment. When an individual becomes dependent on the approval of others, they are no longer free. Instead, they are trapped in an endless cycle of seeking validation, a cycle that is all too common in the world of modern fame. For Yaman and other stars like him, the real challenge is not maintaining their public image, but finding a way to live authentically, free from the need for constant validation. True freedom is found not in seeking approval, but in accepting oneself fully, flaws and all. In this sense, narcissism is one of the greatest obstacles to genuine freedom, creating a prison of its own making. The true meaning of freedom. So, what does it really mean to be free? Is it simply the ability to do whatever we want, or is there more to the concept of freedom than meets the eye? For celebrities like Yaman, the answer lies in understanding the balance between personal liberty and responsibility. True freedom is not about living without limits. It is about understanding and accepting those limits. Freedom is not the absence of boundaries, but the ability to navigate those boundaries in a way that respects both oneself and others. For stars like Yaman, the constant push to maintain their public persona can easily lead to a misunderstanding of what it means to be truly free. Freedom is not just about making individual choices, but also about taking responsibility for those choices. It is about finding a way to live authentically, without constantly seeking approval from others. True freedom comes from within, from a deep sense of self-awareness and an understanding of one's place in the world. Spiritual strength, the missing key to freedom. While physical strength and external success may seem like the markers of freedom, they are ultimately superficial. True freedom requires spiritual strength. For celebrities like Yaman, who have achieved fame and fortune, the key to real freedom lies not in their public image, but in their internal sense of peace and purpose. Spiritual strength allows individuals to transcend the superficial trappings of fame and embrace a deeper understanding of themselves and their responsibilities. It enables them to live authentically, free from the pressures of constant validation and public approval. Without spiritual strength, even the most successful individuals can find themselves trapped in a cycle of narcissism and dissatisfaction. In conclusion, the lives of celebrities like Yaman offer a fascinating glimpse into the illusion of freedom in modern society. While they may appear to have it all, true freedom remains elusive, trapped behind the curtain of fame, narcissism, and public scrutiny. True freedom is not found in fame or fortune, but in self-awareness, responsibility, and inner peace. At Magazine News and Gossip, we challenge our readers to rethink what it means to be truly free. Is freedom simply about living without boundaries, or is it about finding a balance between desire and responsibility? As we look at the lives of modern celebrities, it becomes clear that true freedom lies not in the pursuit of validation, but in the acceptance of oneself.